or good day to everyone. I'm doing this live because I want to share to you about life in the UK, the essential needs or the essential things that you need to do about processing visa going to UK. So I'm going to read to you about getting a visa to come to UK. So I have this handbook here to read some information. I've got this book when I was doing so this is very informative. I'm doing live because sometimes it's just really difficult to do proper video, and there's a lot of editing to do and things like that, and there's a lot of preparation. So I will just read this book, so it will give some information to everyone, because I noticed in my fiance visa blog that I've got loads of comments asking about this. So maybe this will help a lot to all of my subscribers that is willing to know about how to come to UK or how to get visa to come to UK. I will just read through some information in this book, so maybe they can start somewhere. So yes. So who is watching me? You can say hello. I won't bite. So if you're applying a visa, if of course you have a family here in the UK, or a boyfriend or or a husband, the life in the UK test book is really good to read, because this book is giving you a lot of information about UK, what life get here in the UK, and important things that you need to know about life in the UK, I suppose. And it's just the essential independent study guide on the test, in the UK, and British citizenship. So everything is in here. So, and also how to life in the UK test, as you need it when you will apply for citizenship or settlement in the UK. So I will start to read about the UK settlement process. I will go to page 11 on this book. So I will just read. So the UK Border and Immigration Agency more than 2 million visas annually. Visitor makes up just 1.5 million. Students some 330,000, and employment related visas is 166,000. Asylum requests run at around 20,000 a year. In the year ending September, because this is a very old book, but of course, when you buy a new one, it will be updated. But I will read through you anyway. Yeah. In the year ending September 2010, more than 250,000 people applied for settlement in the UK. Of the total settlement decision of 94% were granted and 6% were refused. So only few get refused. Government statistics for fiancé, proposed civil partnership, and spouse civil partnership for probationary period show over 60,000 visas granted in this year. So that was 2010, and I applied my visa 2012. So getting a visa to come to UK. So here, up-to-date information about visa rules is found on the Home Office UK Border Agency. So there's a website, which is I will write down to you so you can see, because I can't do any editing while doing live. So it's the Conservative Liberal Democrats Coalition government, um, in the year of 2020, continuing to review the routes leading for settlement, so the rules are likely to change. So yes, it does change every year. The um, form and visa rules change. So you always need to go to their website, to the government UK visas website. So you will have the up-to-date form and up-to-date information about the visa that you will going to apply. Either visit visa, spouse visa for your children, family visa, and things like that. All the information is in this website. You just have to look into it. So this is the website. I will write down it to you. So that is that is the website. So you will go in that website and then find or look for, or you can research there as well for the border visa application that you want to do. So you have a guidance. What do you have to do? That's that one. Okay. So a lot of the question that visa applicant ask, evidence that they are asked to produce arise because of known abuses of visa system. So facial 101, that you know about UK, that you are clear about why you want to come to UK, that you are who you are, that you are good character, that they believe you are not going to overstay that you aren't going to work in the UK if your visa says you are not allowed, that you have enough money to fund your trip, that you aren't entering into forced marriage, that the basis of any claim relationship is genuine, that your documents are genuine. So it's basically saying here that they're very strict with visa nowadays because they just want to know that you are applying as a genuine person, because there's a lot of sham marriage. They pay somebody to marry someone just to get a settlement visa here to the UK. This is why they're very strict and very expensive for everyone to come here to the UK. That is the reason why it is very difficult to come here to the UK. So I will try to put some headset, maybe my my voice will be better because I don't have a mic. So all UK visa applicants, save for those benefiting from a limited number of exemption and exceptions, are now required to provide biometric data, 10-digit finger scan, and digital part of application process. So this one meaning like if you're from you're doing an NBI thing that you need to put a thumb mark or thumb in biometric. So now this is called biometric finger scan. So this is saying that you are who you say you are. So in addition, those seeking UK visas valid for longer than 6 months, Burkina Faso, Cambodia, Cote d'Ivoire, Democratic Republic of Congo, Eritrea, Ghana, Kenya, Laos, Nigeria, Pakistan, Tanzania, Thailand, Togo, are now required a certificate to show that they are free from infectious pulmonary disease. Yes, it's mentioned here that before you apply your visa, if you came on from those countries that I mentioned, that you need to have before you apply, or it's requirement that you need to have a test pulmonary tuberculosis. So meaning you will just have to have a test. It's also required in the Philippines before you apply your provide this. Okay, you need to include this in your requirements that you've done your pulmonary tuberculosis test. So next, all of the official visa application form guidance can be downloaded free of charge from the UK Border Agency, which this website again. Okay. Website again. So you will you can download all of the form that you need for your visa. Of course, you need that when you apply for your visa. You have to fill all of those form together with your requirements and supporting documents. Okay. So the main visa application categories that led to settlement in the UK are, the main visa application category that led to settlement in the UK are spouse, civil partner of a settled person, unmarried, same-sex partner of a settled person, fiancé, proposed civil partnership of a settled person, child dependent relative of a settled person, adopted child of a settled person, armed forces, family reunion. So that's the application cut. So settled person means like a British citizen, a person who is citizen. Okay. So English language is also a requirement. So English language requirements for partners. UK Border Agency introduced a pre-entry English requirement for settlement application for spouses from November 29, 2010. So it started November 29, 2010, which is when I applied in 2012. I had to take a test, English test, before I applied my visa because it needs to, of course, it's also documents. It I need to take a, it was only a simple one last 2012, but now, 2020 now, you need to take a B1 test, English B1 test. Okay, this is for like spouse visa, fiance visa, and things like that. Okay, an applicant, okay, sorry, excuse me. So an applicant will need to meet the requirements if they are a national of a country outside the European Economic Area and Switzerland, and in relationship with British citizen or a person settled here, and applying as that person, husband, wife, civil partnership, fiance, post-civil partnership, unmarried or same-sex partner. Spouses are required to pass spoken English, which they call now in 2012, which is a B1 English test. There is also an A1 that you can get, but it's better to get an English B1 test, so you don't have to do it again. At so the test is at, it says here, because this book is in 2010, so it says here the test is level A1 of a common European framework of reference speaking and listening, which is basic level. Most applicants will meet the requirement by passing an English test test certificate with their visa application. Details of the approved are found in the UK Border Agency website. So, different one. Um, www.indhomeoffice.gov.uk. So this one is this is the details you can look in this website, the that is you can check there, which is providers. Okay, the approved providers like an ESOL or IELTS, wherever you came from, or what kind, if you have finished university and you had a degree of English, you can also check there if you don't have to take another English test. So everything is in that website, so just have a look. um, and next we're talking about indefinite leave to remain, ILR. So after you have lived legally in the UK for a certain length of time, between 2 and 5 years, you may be able to apply for permission to settle. This is known as indefinite leave to remain. So indefinite leave to remain is last for about 10 years. So you'll get a card that will last for 10 years. So that is the leave to remain. So there is an expiration. It's not indefinite at all. So that is, I'm just saying. So after 10 years, if you didn't apply for your citizenship, you need to renew again if you don't want to be a British citizen. That's all I am saying. But everyone, of course, does apply for British citizenship because it's just to reapply again for another 10 years. So, indefinite leave to remain, often known as ILR, is a permission to stay permanently, like settle in United Kingdom, free from immigration control. Okay, so if you have an indefinite leave to remain, you don't have um, like control of vacation, because like when I was having my spouse visa or fiance visa, I am allowed to go out the country for 90 days. More than that, I am not allowed, or more than that, I will get penalized, and I think your visa will be void if you overstayed somewhere and didn't come to the UK within that time. So, next, so your right to apply for settlement will depend on your current immigration categories. You should read the section for your category in Work Permit, UK Partner and Family Members, or Asylum to find out whether and when you can apply for settlement to the UK and Immigration Agency, www.ukbahomeoffice.gov. So there's an announcement here, um, saying like, you know, because sometimes some people are working here for a long time, like 10 years, 20 years. So if they want to find out if they are eligible to apply for settlement visa, then they can look up into this website. So I am not, disclaimer only, I am not um, really good about visa, but I can only share about what I know, because of course I have been through this visa application here in the UK, so I can only share what I know. So this one here, the bottom one, that one, okay. So that you can check if if you are, eligible to apply for ILR, or indefinite leave to remain. So there are steps before you can get granted for indefinite leave to remain. So step one, you need to meet the settlement requirements. You must live legally in the UK for a certain amount of time before you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. This is called the qualifying period. The qualifying period depends on the basis of your application for settlement. The main application categories and their verification periods are listed below. So, time of application. So, this is says here. Okay? The type of application and the years, how many years. Okay? So, I will read it to you here. So, I will also this I because this one is a bit outdated, but I will share to you what is the year that I know, you know, because some of them I didn't experience, so I will only share what I know. Right. So the qualifying period depends on your application for settlement. The main application categories and their qualifying periods are listed below. So, victim of domestic violence, it says here none. So if you are it's like I know somebody, okay, this is only a knowledge. I know somebody who came here about 4 years after I came here. So that was, yeah, about, yeah, 2016, I think. And then, or maybe 2015. So she came here 2015 and with her baby. And this is only knowledge, okay? And she arrived here and she arrived here with a visa of spouse visa, and she lived with her husband for about a year in a bit. And but then the relationship didn't work out because her husband was very violent against her. So she has proof and things like that. And then I think after a year that she been separated with her husband, because of course these things has a police report and things like that, evidence. And then I think after 2 years, a year, after 2 years, um, she has been granted for British citizenship. That is, I think that because she has a son and her husband was violent against her. So her son needs her a lot. So there's no time as long as she has all the proof. And so when she applied, because when she applied, she need to be here in for about 5 years. She need to apply for spouse visa twice now, 2.5. Then you have to renew your spouse visa for another 2.5 years. So that will go for about 5 years, and then you need to apply for another 1 year to for indefinite leave to remain. Okay. Then when you have indefinite leave to remain, then you can apply for your citizenship. So I'm meaning to say that she's if you have been violate when you had experience of domestic violence and you have proof, you can skip all of those years and jump to citizenship or indefinite leave to remain. So that's all I'm saying. This is only the knowledge that I know. Okay. So next one is husband, wife, civil partnership, or unmarried same sex partner. So this one is here 2 years. This is the year of 2010, and I was with this year as well, 2011, because 2012 they changed the rules. So now, okay, now husband, wife, civil partnership, or unmarried sex partner or same-sex partner is 5 years. Okay, 5 years. You need to apply for spouse visa or civil partnership, whatever they call it. That you need to apply for about 2.5 years. The first one, This one is another 2.5 years before you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. So I won't read the other last this book is outdated, but I won't read only the year of qualification because all of the information you can find out online as well. So so type of former members of HM forces, highly skilled migrant workers, and those in employment not requiring a work permit. United Kingdom retired person of independent means of a sole representative, writers, composers in long residence, lawful, long residence unlawful. So there are years here, but I won't read to you that information. So you just need to buy. I think you need to buy a new latest of this life in the UK. So but some of the information here are still the same, but I will if it change. So since April 6, 2011, applicant must be clear of unspent convictions when they apply for settlement. So of course, to meaning that you don't have any police record that is for your name, like you have convictions, things like that. So step two, demonstrate your language and life in the UK, United Kingdom. You can demonstrate your knowledge and of life in the United Kingdom, or they called it COL, KOL, in one of three ways. So, number one, if you speak English to a reasonable standard, you will need to pass the Life in the UK test. This is far the most straightforward. Number two, by attending an English for speakers of other languages ESOL course, which contain citizenship materials and achieve ESOL entry in speaking and listening. Note, note, the writing qualification is not accepted. You must attend your ESOL course to an accredited college. The course must included citizenship materials derived from the document citizenship materials for ESOL learner. You must have obtained a relevant ESOL qualification from an awarding body. You must demonstrate that you have made relevant progress. An accredited college is a publicity-funded college that is not to inspection by Ofsted. It is in England. The Training Inspectorate, Northern Ireland, Inspectorate of Education of Scotland, is or an inspection program that has been approved by the island's government. In the Channel Island of Isle of Man, college that has been accredited by Accreditation UK. The British back the accreditation body for language service, or ABLS, or Asian Services for International College, or ACIC. If number three, hello sa pangalawang nanonood sa akin. You can comment below. Pa-comment lang para malaman ko kung sino ka. As reading information about life in the UK, about visa. So number 3, if you are the spouse or civil partner or unmarried same-sex partner of permanent member of HM Diplomatic Service, a couple, UK-based staff member of British Council on a tour of duty abroad, or a staff member of the Department of National Development who is British citizen or in settled in the UK. That's quite a lot of information. Any period. So that was a long read. There are number of exemption in the call requirements that only apply to settlement, including, again, okay, you do all of English test and life in the UK test if you are applying as a victim of domestic violence, applying as a bereaved spouse, bereaved bereaved partner, civil partner, meaning if your husband or your same-sex partner died, spouse died, things like that. So you can skip all of these things as long as you have all the documents. So another points that you don't need to meet all of those requirements is if a parent, grandparent, or another dependent relative and you are applying on compassionate ground. And another point is if you are a retired or if you are a retired person of independent means. So I don't really understand about that, but there you go. That's what it says here. So all of the points that you don't need to, you are exempt to get English test and life in the UK test. I will talk to you about that as well next time. So if you meet the requirements of by passing the life in the UK test, remember to keep the past certificate in the place and the space as you will need it later. Mhm. It is true. So all of those things I have done when I was applying for my indefinite leave to remain. I did the life in the UK test and also an English 1 test. Yep, I did all of those. So, excuse me. Thank you for the like, whoever you are. Thank you. Oh, proud si Vanna. Oh, daan lang saglit. Hi, girls. Sorry, di ka napansin. Thank you. I'm reading this on in my live kasi mahirap minsan maggawa-gawa ng video, matag upload, mahina yung connection ko. So thank you. Thank you sa thumbs up. Salamat, napadaan ikaw. Since April 6, 2011, skilled and highly skilled must now pass the life in the UK to demonstrate that they have met the knowledge of language and life requirements for settlement in the UK. Migrant in these categories can no longer meet the language requirement by passing English for speakers of other language or ESOL qualification unless they apply under transitional arrangement. Pwede pakiulit sa book. Book, one. You can buy, look for dated kasi July 2011 pa to. So everything is in here. Essential independent study settlement in the UK and British citizenship include this official test, study materials, revision aids, and practice test. Saka nandito rin yung everything that you want to know about UK, the life, paano magbayad ng benefits and stuff like that, nandito. Tsaka, yeah. At saka may mock test, may mga mock sa likod. Old edition to kasi 2012 ako nag-apply. 2011 edition. So, I'm sure meron kang makukuhang new edition nito. Para it's a guidance. Bago ka lang dito sa UK, proud. Di ba matagal ka na dito? Parang nasa 5 years ka na yata. Yeah. You, host? Sabi ko, matagal UK. Ilang years ka na dito? Putol-putol ba yung boses ko? Kasi mahina yung connection ko dito sa probinsya. Parehas. Parehas lagi kita, oy. Parehas pala tayo. Mag 8 years na rin ako. So, citizen ka na pala dito. So, yung late yung streaming ko kasi mabagal tong connection ko dito. So, step 3 tayo. Apply for indefinite leave to remain, permanent settlement. The form for settlement and their guidance notes are available free from the UK Border Immigration Agency or www.ukba.homeoffice.gov.uk. Which form you apply depends on the category that you are applying under. Details of how and when to apply are on the forms. Applying on the wrong form is a mistake, as your application will be rejected and you will lose your application. If you pay a premium, you can make your application in person. in one of the immigration offices country. Whereas saying here there is one in Loner House in Croydon, London, and the most you will generally get a decision on the same day. This route is not recommended if your application is all completed. As soon as you arrive in the UK, you should check what requirements for indefinite remain are in to collect and collate all information that is likely to be needed in the future. For example, married couples are expected to demonstrate joint commitments pay other responsibilities and social activities spread across the 2 years qualifying period, meaning for spouse visa now in 2020, 2.5 years. And you have to do it again after 2.5 years. So because spouse visa is 5 years. Yep, it's getting very strict, very strict now. So this is done by producing 20 items for the list 5 sort of kind listed below. Telephone bills, gas bills, mortgage, statement, water bills, council tax bills, banks, tenancy agreements, building society books, insurance policies, credit card, statement. So, yep, I provide all of those things. Like, it is necessary that. Ah, sure sis, madamo gid nga salamat. Daghang salamat. Salamat. Thank you. Thank you sa pag-standby. Ingat ikaw dyan. Ingat. So, meaning to say, those bills, okay, you have a joint name on those bills. It's very important. I think what we did with my husband is the council tax bills is joint in the water bills, the telephone bills. We have a joint account, yeah, with our names. So it doesn't need that is all this list has to be presented, as long as you have at least 3 or 5 that is stated with both of your names. That's all I'm saying. If you are, leaving like that, it has to be on your name. But there you go. And next, what the official are looking for in this example is document that joint. This is just what I'm saying. Joint names showing the same address. Provide items addressed to you both individually if they show the same address. So if you had no documents in joint names, you will need documents at the same address over the last period, 2 years and a half, 5 years. Applicants are expected to be able to show documents covering the first few months to their, so it is important to collect them from the start. So that's the one. A tip is not to supply anything other than the evidence described in the guidance note. If they need more information, they will ask for it. Do not assume that the requirements for indefinite leave to remain that when you first enter in the UK will be the same by the same time. You need to apply maybe 2 years later. The UK Border Immigration Agency will announce changes on its website many months in advance, but will not write to you to let you know of any changes. So take note on that. The earliest that you can currently apply for indefinite leave to remain is 28 days before completing your qualifying period. If you apply earlier than that, your application will be rejected and again, you will lose your fee. Do make sure that you apply before your visa expires. There is no time to limit to indefinite leave to remain in the UK. However, it is important to note that you should not spend period of 2 years outside the UK as may lead to losing your indefinite leave to remain. So, um, yes, this is a really good book to have. Again, I will end my live stream because it's nearly an hour now. I need to go to sleep as it is now 9:30 in here. So this book again is really good to have. Okay, it's a really good to have. It has good information about visa and life in the UK. So if you're thinking to come here in the UK or planning to come here in the UK, not only applying for spouse, fiance, um, working as well, working as well. This is also a really good one to buy. I'm sorry for my Filipino subscribers. I have to speak because my audience are British. Sometimes their wives or fiancés has to show some information or videos so that their partner can understand. Because of course I'm sure naman all of the Filipinos can understand me because we're good in English even document, di ba? Ako kinamatis lang din, hindi ako magaling mag-English. So hopefully this live stream helps some of my subscribers here who were asking a lot of questions about visas because when I started doing my blog, I had questions and things like that. So I will try to make another blog about spouse visa, how to apply spouse visa. So it will be just a video, like a 10 minutes video. So this it's not 1 hour video. Anyway, I hope some of the information that is here was or is helpful to you. Yes, I still got 5 minutes. So thank you again, sis Proud Cebuana UK sa bigay sa akin at pagbigay ng like sa aking live stream. Salamat. Yeah. So I will wait another 6 minutes. So I will make this live stream for an hour. Because applying here in the UK is not easy. It is very expensive. So you need to have guide so you won't lose your money and you won't get refused. You need to make sure that you are very ready when you apply your visa, that everything that they ask for is all there, meet all of the criteria like income, show money, and things like that. You need not show money. You need to money in your bank and things like that. So you need to do all of these things. You need to think all of these things, and it's expensive. So mistakes is it's a no. So um, yeah. Also, another tip is always check the website. All of these three website. These three website are very helpful. Okay, you need to check all the time there is applying for a visa. Hello sa isang nanonood sa aking dyan. Please say something or mag-comment ka naman para alam ko kung sino ka. I'm just finishing my live stream dahil nagbasa ako ng libro para sa mga mag-a-apply na punta dito sa UK. So, yun yung live stream ko. So, pa-comment naman para ma-shout out kita. Bigyan kita ng 30 minutes watch. Mabigyan kita ng bonus. Ay, si Jenny Cornwall pala. Kaka-LS mo lang sis ang sipasa. Oo sis, kasi yung spouse fiancé visa ko ba, ang daming nagtatagasa ako ng some information para makatulong sa kanila. Eh minsan 'di ba, magla-live ako, wala akong kausap kaya magbasa na lang ako ng libro. Pampadagdag. Patulog na rin ako, pinapagod ng isang oras ng araw hanggang bukas pa ako dito. Isang oras. So, para bago ko patayin. Pag-standby ha. Hindi pa kita nakitang nag-LS. Hindi spouse visa ka na ngayon? Hindi, British na ako. Marami lang kasi nagtatanong sa ko ba, dun sa vlog ko na yan. So, nagbasa ako ng information. Kunting information. Palike na lang din. Sis Jenny. Joke lang. Anyway. Ay, nakakapagod pala magbasa, no? Inabot ako ng isang oras. Nga lang yun, ilang page nga lang yun. Hanggang nga lang ako, hanggang settlement from 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, ilang page lang siya. Pero inabot na oras sa pagbabasa. Kasi nag-i-explain ako at the same time. Kasi late na tong book ko, 2011 pa ba. So, nag-i-explain ako about medyo sinisipag na ako sa baliktaran. Hindi ako masyadong nagpupunta sa LS. Okay. Ay, nako. Medyo, kamusta yung mo dyan ngayon? Kamusta yung yun? Ako dito quiet eh. Wala akong guest kasi ewan ko. Blame it to Brexit. No, climate to Brexit. It's just cold. It's just the weather. Hmm. Ay, salamat, Sis Jenny ha. O siya, sige, hindi na kita pupuyatin. Magbabay-bye na rin ako. Salamat sa thumbs up mo. Next time, BBC, so bago ako masiyahin ko yung ano mo, yung channel mo para may pangdagdag, pangdagdag. Pag winter daw, wala naman mapupunta. Kaya nga, malamig, tapos parang mag-i-snow na yata. Siya, sige, sis Jen ha, magbabay-bye na ako at medyo gabi na, matulog na rin tayo. At salamat sa standby. Ingat ka dyan. See you next time. See you next time.